87546 returns. Henry has recently had his crash with the flying kipper and now is at Crewe getting repaired. However, an engine was needed to take his place. The engines were already busy with their own jobs, so another engine from the mainland was sent to come and do the work. The engines were very excited. They really wanted to see who this engine was. They asked Sir Topham Hatt over and over again if they could see him come into the station. And it got so bad that Sir Topham Hatt had no choice but to allow it. So on the day of its arrival, all the engines went to Vicarstown station, and so the timetable had to be rearranged so that all the trains could start there. Edward was very excited. He, was looking forward to see the engine. He knew that he thought the engine could be an old wise engine like him, and was hoping that it would be. He was already helping Percy, and having to do his jobs, so he hoped that he could even help out Percy while he did his own jobs. Percy had also just recently arrived, and then the engine's whistle blew. "Here he comes," said James. "Oh no," said Gordon. "Not him," said Edward. "We'd be happy to see anyone but him," said Annie. "Oh dear," replied Clarabel. Just then, rushing into the station was a blue King Arthur class engine with the number 87546 on its tender. "I say hello there," said the engine. "Welcome, 87546, said James, saying his name as he read the numbers on his tender. "I am the engine that's coming to help out with Henry's jobs." "No, you're not. You're leaving this island right now," said Edward. "I see they still got Edward, Gordon and Clarabel around," said 87546. "Yes, we have. And now you're leaving this railway. We want nothing about you here," said Edward. "If you leave this railway, it will be better off without you," said Gordon. "Look, 98462 is gone. He was scrapped back in 1930, and now I'm the last one out of the two of us left. At least I was able to become nicer and he can change." However, Annie, Clarabel, Gordon and Edward weren't happy. Annie and Clarabel used to be express coaches. However, they eventually became too old for their work, so they ended up becoming coaches for Thomas on his branch line. However, they did not have nice memories on being pulled by 87546 and 98462. "Now, if you excuse me, I have to pull Henry's goods train," said 87546. And he rushed to the yards to collect his train. James, Thomas and Percy looked at Edward and Gordon. They weren't around on the railway when 98462 and 87546 were on the railway, and they left before they could even get to the railway. "Why were you so rude to them?" said Percy. "You see," said Gordon, "him and 98462 were very rude engines. They were quickly sent away. However, according to 87546, it seems that 98462 was scrapped for being able to not change his ways and was still rude. And, well, he wasn't." Before Gordon could finish his sentence, 87546 spoke up. "My name is not 87546, he said. "My name is Reverend. I was given that name once. I was brought when I was sent back to my old railway, along with 98462. Then, Reverend, said Gordon, tell us what's happened to 98462 and you. Well, said 87546 as he was shunting his train. You see, while me and 87546, me and 98462 were sent back to the line, I was the one that was keeping 98462 in order. You see, without me, he would have been a very rude engine to the others, with no one to hold him back. And, said Gordon, I had to make sure that he didn't cause trouble, said 87546. And, said Gordon, well, he was eventually sent for scrap, and I was sent for scrap just before coming to this railway. Luckily, I wasn't scrapped, and so I was brought to this line to help. Finished, Reverend, and he shunted his train into the station. So you see, 98462 couldn't change his ways. However, I saw what would happen, and I did. He finished. I think you'd have to respect me for that, being able to learn my ways, unlike some engines. He continued. He then went through the yards and went to his train. However, Edward and Gordon did not take his story quite literally. I don't think so, said Edward. I believe you're just trying to get us to believe you. And why would I do a thing like that? Said Reverend. At least I was worthy enough on getting my own name, unlike 98462. In fact, he remained to be 98462, as his name never got a name, only a number. We know that, said Gordon. Now if you excuse me, I have to pull a chain. He puffed, and he steamed out of Vicarstown. Over the months that Henry was gone, Reverend would pull Henry's trains. Everyone gave him a warm welcome, apart from everyone that thought he couldn't change his ways or didn't. Gordon and Edward would reach steam at him, while everyone else that thought he couldn't change his ways would just ignore him. Hello, said Gordon. Hello, said Reverend one day. I am pulling the express, which is a far more important job than silly goods. You think, said Reverend. I think, said Gordon, and he rushed on. He rushed onto the track where Henry's tunnel was. He wanted to prove that he was better than Reverend. So he went as fast as he could. He went through the tunnel and came out in steam and smoke. What's going on? He reached as he came to a stop. His driver and fireman checked him all over. Your safety valve has burst again, Gordon. Gordon looked at them in anger. What? Said Gordon. Not again. First at the tunnel, now at the tunnel again. Who's going to pull my express now? Said Gordon. No engine is fast enough, or some can't even pull it. They're not strong enough. That's an official part of the railway. Reached Gordon. Well, sorry, Gordon, but we're going to have to take you over to the works. It's the people that work at the works. They don't take care of us. They sabotage our safety valves so they can burst. If I didn't have those people refix my safety valve when I burst it at Henry's tunnel and Henry had to take my train, then this would have not happened, said Gordon. I think you're just wanting to make it seem like it wasn't your fault, Gordon, said his driver. Said Gordon. Reverend was resting at Vicarstown station when he heard James's whistle. He opened his eyes and burst out into laughter as he saw James coming down the line with Gordon's Express. Gordon broke down again. He burst the safety valve. Oh, has he now? Not the first time, laughed Reverend. Now the express will be late, and I'm not fast enough to get there on time, said James. And Thomas, Percy, and Edward are either not strong enough or fast enough as well. Then I have an idea, said Reverend. Thomas and Edward had taken Gordon away to the works, and Reverend backed down onto the express coaches. He told James his plan. Then 2 people came. Reverend didn't know this, however, they had been having great interest on him, with his work on the railway for the past few months. Ah, the train and we've been waiting to take with this engine, said one of the 2% people. Yes, said the other one. They got into the coach, and Reverend got ready to steam away. The guard's whistle blew. James was uncoupled. James pushed the train, and Reverend exited the station. Safe travels, said James. You too, said Reverend. Now time for some speed. He raced down the line with the express coaches. He had not travelled this fast in ages. So good to be fast, he said. He sang. Come along, he replied. He sang to the coaches. We're coming along, sang the coaches back. The Reverend was making good time. He was soon nearing Gordon's Hill. The coaches were filled with people from when Gordon was taking the express, with new people from Vicarstown. He, was not ready for the challenge that was Gordon's Hill. He didn't usually pull heavy trains up hills that were as steep as Gordon's Hill. He struggled to get up. However, he eventually came to a stop. He couldn't pull the train up. His wheels were slipping, and he just couldn't get up. Oh, he groaned. I can't get up. I can't get up. I can't get up, he puffed. You must try, said his driver. I'm trying, replied Reverend. He tried as hard as he could. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't get the train up the hill. And as if things couldn't get any worse, it began to rain, making his wheels slip worse than it was. His wheels were spinning fiercely and slowly sliding down the hill. I must make it up, he groaned. Oh dear, said his driver. It's rainy days like this that can make me want to be in the summer on the beach having a nice holiday. Then Reverend had an idea. Beach, sand! He shouted. Driver, put on my sand boxes. Why didn't I think of that before? Said his driver. And I don't know why I didn't think of that before either, said Reverend. So they turned on his sand boxes and his wheels gained grip. At last he was steaming up the hill. Slowly, but he was. We're doing it! We're doing it! We're doing it! We're doing it! He replied with... They were steaming up the slope, slowly gaining speed. You've done it! You've done it! Said his driver. Not yet! Not yet! We have to get to the top of the hill first and get over it, said Reverend. They got to the top of the hill. They had done it. They steamed across the top and raced down the other side. We've done it! We've done it! He puffed. We've done it! We've done it! Cheered his driver and fireman. They had at last gotten over Gordon's Hill. He raced down the line at top speed. His wheels were whirring and his pistons were pumping. He was extremely happy. He soon Edward Station Mellsworth soon came into sight. Brake, driver, brake! He cheered. They slid to a stop at Wellsworth. Whoa, yes, we've done it, we've done it, we've done it, he said as he slid into the station. And then Edward steamed out of the yard at Wellsworth and came beside Reverend. He had seen all he needed to see for proof that he had changed. Well done, said Edward. You really have changed, Reverend. Thank you, said Reverend. The two were about to carry on talking when they heard a whistle that both of them were familiar with. Is that Henry? Wheezed Edward. I think it is, said Reverend. Just then, coming into Wellsworth was Henry. My Henry, you have changed in your appearance a lot, said Edward. Are you sure that's Henry? Whispered Reverend to Edward. Hello, Edward. And hello, 87546. Wait, 87546? Oh, hello, Henry. What are you doing here? You're not meant to be here, shouted Henry. Keep it down, said Edward. It's a rainy day. Sorry, wait, well, that makes no sense, Edward, said Henry. I guess it doesn't, said Edward. Look, I'm sorry, Henry, for what I've done. Don't forget I've forgotten. Don't you begin thinking I've forgotten about your A1 friend 898462 and your smoke deflected self, King Arthur Class 87546. Henry, don't call him 87546, said Edward. Why? Said Henry. My name is Reverend, shouted 87546. Now why does everyone keep calling me 87546? Well, you used to be called 87546 and you're more well known as that. For the last time, if I hear you calling me 87546 again, sorry, Reverend. Finally, said Reverend. Anyway, I'm sorry for what I did all those years ago, said Reverend. It wasn't right of me. I was sent back to the mainland, well, with 98462. However, I was able to change my ways unlike him. Because of that, I was given the name Reverend, and then, sadly, 98462 got scrapped. It was said that he was not, well, worthy to still work on the railway after all his rudeness, and I was about to be next. Luckily, I was needed on this railway before they could scrap me. I'm so sorry for that, said Henry. I know you and 98462 were close. I know, but after we went to the mainland, I didn't really have much care for him. After he began to be rude to the other engines there. That really does sound horrid, said Edward. But you know what isn't horrid? Said a voice. Who's there? Said Henry. Who are you? Don't hurt us. I don't want to be scrubbed. I nearly was and I don't want to, said Reverend. Oh my, said Edward. Coming out from the coaches, out of the platform, and over to Reverend, with the Duke and Duchess of Boxford. Hello, Reverend, they said. Who are you? Said Reverend. Oh, I'm the Duke of Boxford, and she is the Duchess of Boxford. We are looking to buy you. That ride of yours for the expressman was marvellous. You didn't give up on the express train. Usually when an engine gets stuck on that hill, they have to have engines like Edward's come to help them, but you, Reverend, were able to push through and get to the station without any help. Reverend was shocked. He had never had such a compliment. Reverend, Edward and Henry smiled. However, the Duke was not done yet. And so, because of your bravery on doing that, we have considered to buy you. You see, for a couple of years we've been trying to look for a private engine that we can go about the railways on, and we already have some coaches for that engine. However, we don't have the engine itself, but we think you would be perfect for that, said the Duke. Reverend was delighted. Oh yes, please, said Reverend. Please make me your private engine. And so it was arranged. For most of his life then onwards, he became the Duke and Duchess's private engine. However, once Spencer was preserved and then was taken off Heritage Railway slow train duties and was sent to help out with and was sent to be the new private engine for the Duke and Duchess when Reverend was getting a bit too old for the private engine work. Reverend was sent to the Sodor Museum, still being owned by the Duke and Duchess. However, he was still let out, however mainly only on big events when where all the engines were. However, he was still allowed out every now and then to pull trains. And, well, he now helps out and he now is back to being a private engine, while Spencer helps out with Gordon's Express. And that's how Reverend earns his place on being a private engine owned by the Duke and Duchess of Boxford.